across Texas. The issue is.
I'm Greg Groogan in Houston.
I'm Rudy Koski in Austin.
I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas, and this is Texas, the issue is.
We are a little more than a month out from the March primary here in Texas, and a new poll has injected a sense of urgency in the race between dueling Democrats looking to face Senator Ted Cruz in the fall. That Emerson survey suggests that in head-to-head matchups, both State Senator Roland Gutierrez and Congressman Colin Allred are currently in a dead heat with the incumbent Republican. With the party's nomination up for grabs, Gutierrez is looking to convince fellow Democrats he's far more progressive than the competition. Senator Roland Gutierrez, there is no bigger advocate for the families of Uvalde, Texas. The Attorney General was just there. 600-page report. Your reaction?
Amidst all of it, what we've known all along is the refrain that I had heard on much of that body cam footage, which was, there's an AR-15 in there, there's an assault rifle, there's an AR-15. Over and over again, different cops suggesting that they were in fear of that gun. And that refrain culminated with one cop saying, I don't want to be clapped out today. I don't want to die. And we have to have a discussion about an assault weapons ban with exceptions in this nation. We've got to get back to having a real discussion on this, because we've got to save these children from more bloodshed. And it happens every week in this nation.
Senator, there are those who would say trying to ban the AR-15 in Texas is a political suicide.
They haven't seen what I've seen. And they haven't seen a little girl get dragged out by her leg by a DPS trooper. Slid trail of blood behind her. Her whole face just gone. I promise you, I know Dan Patrick hasn't seen those videos, and this governor hasn't seen those videos, or the Speaker of the House, or Ted Cruz, or anybody else. They refuse to see what the devastation and the destruction that this gun does. But they also refuse to acknowledge that refrain, that the cops were afraid of the gun.
Senator, your ultimate goal is to face Ted Cruz in the fall. But to get there, you have an opponent in the Democratic primary. What is the difference between you and Congressman Allred?
I think he's confused as to which primary he should be running in. And we need to start looking at the politicians that are in Washington, like Cruz, like Allred, and look at their intentions and what they want. I'm trying to change this world. I don't want to see another kid dead. I want to see Medicare for all, just like Colin Allred has and Ted Cruz has. I want to see the same kind of insurance, because we'd save $30 trillion. I want to see a world where young people can go to college affordably like you and I did. We have to call the game out of these politicians that sit up in Washington, go out and have a steak dinner with a lobbyist, and don't do anything about the things that are hurting people, and don't do anything to help people.
Congressman Allred voted with his Republican colleagues. He's running as a Democrat. It's on a border issue. Your response?
We have to be able, as Democrats, to run and not take up the mantle, the seminal argument of Ted Cruz. That's all he talks about every day. So Colin always likes to say that he's bipartisan this and bipartisan that. If this is his idea of bipartisanship, then we're in trouble. Then we're in trouble. Because he didn't even take up the mantle of some middle-of-the-road Republican, if there's any of those left. He took up the mantle of Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and yes, Ted Cruz.
My one-word reaction, contrast. Stephen, what's your word?
My word, progressive.
Okay, Rudy, lay it on us.
How about haymaker?
Okay. Plenty more to discuss here. The Fox Texas Trio will return on the other side of this break.